is justified to do that.
No, she's not justified.
So what are we talking about here?
But the husband played a vital role. The husband, you know, if whatever the woman did is 80%, the husband did worse than, if you ask me.
So you see, if you see marriage, like you said,
because if they are together, there's no story of such. They don't have any issue in their home, and this kind of thing happen, then I will have the woman blame 100%.
Let me ask you a question. In this age and time of japa and japarism, if the husband japa and said, I will come and pick you, and the next 1 year is not there.
That is japa. It's an agreement. Yes, they agreed. They agreed that he's going to japa, and the man is nowhere around the vicinity. This one, you are seeing him every day.
Is it you are seeing him that
he will tell you that he's fasting? And every day you will lie down on the same bed with him and he say he's fasting. What kind of a fast is that?
Is it, what difference does it make? The fact is that he's not having the he's on an official duty.
Do you know how many times the woman would have asked him and say, baby, when are you ending your fast? Do you know how many times she would have asked him? Do you know how many times she would have begged and said, can you break this fast? I want to spend time with you. You understand? And the man will like, not even, if most of the time they even say the woman is loose. You are loose. Can't you hold yourself? Can't you stay for 3 months without seeing a man? Can't you? That is what society. That is how the kind of things they say about women. When you try to express yourself, when you try to express your feelings, they say you are loose. They say, your mother did not bring you up well. This is it and that. So you don't know how many times she would have, asked him. You don't know how many times she would have begged and say, okay, let's see, I want to see you, I want to spend time with you. And the husband will just wave it off and say, I'm fasting, I'm very close to God right now.
Then later, if the man is too close to God for her, if then let her go and look for somebody that they can be on the same pedestal with God outside the marriage.
It will be very difficult because.
But it's easy to sleep.
It will be very difficult because maybe she had children and maybe.
Oh, so was she thinking about what did she think about those children before sleeping with her husband's brother?
Inka. It's emotions we're talking about here.
Okay. Now, the woman in question, she actually did say that her husband is a good man, but it just oftentimes is away, she's fasting
on the mountain,
and she's kind of told him about it, that he's neglecting her.
Yeah, it's good.
And she says she has needs, and the brother-in-law was available, and somehow one thing led to another, and they went down.
Yeah, after
you understand?
Within the family.
Can you imagine?
I'm not justifying her. I'm just saying.
You didn't say that.
I'm not trying to justify the man, but I'm trying to bring the man out too. But you understand? So we should not just shield the man and bring the woman in the open.
Now let's
Moses.
Let's
I want you
talk
to say
about
something.
the brother-in-law here.
Moses,
the brother-in-law was helping.
Yeah.
Let's even talk about
the brother-in-law was helping
the
the woman in need.
now. You see, now let's even assume that she was weak and all of that. The brother-in-law also, was he also weak, or did he need the warmth or something?
Surely.
So
because some of them, their senses cannot be.
Which means the brother-in-law.
Well, we don't know now if the brother-in-law is married or
not. Whichever way.
Okay.
Whichever way, which means the brother-in-law also is been nursing something like that within himself. So when she just brought it back,
can you imagine?
She just cut it short.
Didn't Joseph? What did Joseph do?
Is the truth because if the brother-in-law himself had been disciplined enough, probably we wouldn't be where we are now and talking about this.
You understand?
He would have cautioned exactly. And if the brother-in-law was also a good person, he would have looked for a wise way to talk to the family, and all of that.
Or talk to the brother.
Or talk, yes,
Go on.
and do something
without
with your
necessarily exposing his wife, right?
Yes, yes. So the brother-in-law also, he's got to be blamed here. But in all,
The woman.
I will not exonerate this woman. I
No,
will not.
nobody
no.
is exonerating.
I will not
We are
exonerate her.
we are
There are
just
many.
trying-
There are many ways to go about all this.
So she should
See.
become celibate because of her husband.
No, the thing is that the thing is that she should
Yeah.
separate. She should tell the man that
Yeah.
okay, because of this, and this. Since there is no agreement between us, this is where I stand. He's an only man now. He will not want his wife, his family to be
All right.
separated. So he will play the game.
All right.
So she will tell him, I feel that there's a lack of communication here. I do not think she's really actually letting the husband know
YK,
what
a
she's
lot of
feeling.
women will communicate and the man will not get
No,
it.
but,
Verbally.
but she's been saying it. According to her, she's
Yeah,
been saying
the
it. Oh,
story,
anyway,
she
Lagos,
has
we
been
want to
saying
hear
it.
from you, Lagos. 0810-681-1681 and 0818-202-5883. Moses, do not come to the microphone and talk. We want to hear from you. I could not please talk to us.
Okay, so I'm going to toe YK's line, and then I will now generalize it.
Yeah.
Why marry a pastor if you know you like doing the do?
Yes.
Akuna.
But there's some pastors.
It's not
that- But there's some pastors.
This
that-
is how-
I mean, the doing the do differs
Yes.
from doing the do.
There is-
When you
there is
marry,
modest.
when you marry,
Conventional
yes,
and the
when
crazy.
you marry somebody, you know what you're getting into.
Akuna, it is not written
You
on
know
the
what
face.
you're getting in. You will know what you're getting into. You already see
What
it
if
from
he
the
wasn't a
man's.
pastor
You
before
already
they got
see it from
married?
the man's.
Yeah.
From the man. She said it's because of the love of God. That's what led her to marry him.
Okay.
So you already see it from him all that time. Okay, she says he travels and all. What if that 8 months that he didn't touch her? What if they sent him to go for a missionary work? Because some of these pastors go like
For
to other
missionary,
countries for
to
missionary
plant
job.
church
Then before they plant the churches and all, they will settle before they call their family. So is she telling me that she can't hold her body?
Thank you.
Is she telling me that she can't hold her body? She is wrong, because if she packed her bags and says, I can't take this anymore, and she leaves, we want that when people ask what happened in the man, even the man will not be able to talk. And that's how you resolve something. If somebody is not listening to you with words, you take action.
Thank
You
you.
pack your bags and you leave. You say, I don't want to commit anything, so I'm leaving. I would like a divorce. After all, the marriage is not even consummated. I mean, we are not even doing anything. So, are we really married? I would like a divorce.
That's
So
even
people
it.
will now say, pastor, come, his wife, come and tell us. Even the pastor will not be able to open his mouth. Because when he tables it in front of the elders, they'll say, are you really answering what the Bible says? If the man wants to become a union he should go ahead and do that. Choose what you want to do. But she should have understood better when she decided to marry a pastor. Because if she too, she's in the spirit, she too, she'll be following him and be doing the fast with him. No, yes, she won't be. Not necessarily every day, but she too, she will be supporting her husband.
be
She
in
won't
the
be
spirit.
romancing with the brother-in-law.
Akuna, you've not seen husband and wife. You've not seen a man that will tell the wife that God called me in the middle of the marriage. There's no pastor from the beginning. As in, you saw this man.
But this
wait
one, she
now.
did not state
You
that.
saw this man and you just love how the man is looking and everything, and you got married to him. In the middle of the man, maybe 5 years, 6, 7 years down the
God
line,
will call him
and he
from
will
God.
tell you, God called me.
Do you know?
Do
you know?
In your dictionary,
And you're not ready for that.
You are not ready to
I
be
have
called
a-
a
I
mom
have
of
a
your
couple friend.
You're
I
not
have
ready
a
to be
couple-
called a mommy. You have not even mommy yourself.
I have a couple
Talk
friend.
about
I'm
that.
telling you, this is real life. This is real life. That years into their marriage, this same thing happened.
Yeah.
And these are enlightened people and all of that. You know the way we in our church, I don't want to mention, we say, come and go and pastor a parish and all of that and all of that. She said, look, I didn't marry a pastor.
Honestly.
I didn't bargain to marry a pastor. The moment you become a pastor, I leave. Till today, the man no be pastor anything you.
When God call you, and God begin to do you so that you will come to the man will not listen to the woman. Say I didn't marry
And
a
then
pastor.
she will go.
But that is
And
that-
later
Then she will go
Then
and
also,
marry somebody.
just because the husband is a pastor does not mean the husband cannot in the other room, do it. I went for a church program. I was like, am I in church like this? They were like, these are the things. People should not neglect your wives.
Very
Don't
true.
neglect your husbands.
Yeah.
Do this, do that. I was like, did I come to church today? Abi? Yes.
Yeah.
And that is it. That's what they are doing, because this is a big issue that
Yeah.
happens in churches.
And that is what the devil is using
But
to ruin homes.
also, I won't tell you that be with somebody who has the same sex drive with you, or almost.
So are you saying that we should test it as Christians, as spirit filled?
You don't
Spirit
necessarily
filled-
you don't
spirit
necessarily
filled
have to test
Christians.
it.
Yes.
Are you saying
You
we
don't
should
necessarily
go
have
and
to
know?
test it. You
test
can have
the
a
engine
conversation
before we-
about it.
Yeah.
You will even
Oh, just
know.
we know conversation.
You
Yeah.
will even know. You
Some
will know.
people they do with their mouth, but when it comes to
I'm
the main
telling
thing,
you,
You will even
honestly,
know.
no, it's the truth. Though.
what you
That's
say
the-
and what
I'm
you
sorry,
get is
aside
different.
that, you will even know. There's always a way you will know
Yeah.
somehow. So this, if you cannot, let's go, because me, at least give me breakfast, lunch, and dinner. While some just want to have only dessert, or some just So
Yeah.
I have this conversation. Now she would have just packed her bag, because now she's the one that received in the shame. There was a video, they recorded her and the brother.
The
Of all
husband
people,
too should
of all
receive the
people,
shame.
the brother-in-law. Even the brother-in-law should be whooped.
I'm
You,
telling you,
you,
that
you
was
can't
what I
say,
said.
don't you, Abba? You should be whooped, your own brother. So okay, are you trying to say you're helping her and keeping it in the family? Because that's what some silly people will say.
According to-
When you go out,
He's helping a woman
once
in
you
need.
go out, people will come. People will say, madam, come. Pastor, come. What's the problem? People will advise and say, Pastor, this is what you're doing is no good.
It's
Oh.
not right.
At least give your wife attention too. And I'm also saying, because there are couples who are not even married, that the husband travels all the time. Like, that's the job. He travels for different business, and the women keep themselves. That's part of what marriage is. It's not when you're boyfriend and girlfriend that you are going up
those
and down,
women.
philandering and
You
all.
know those women.
You see,
Yeah. No, because what I even wanted to say about, some of those women, yes, they might not be seeing their husband, but believe you me, there are things they do to help themselves.
It's better.
Yes, they have a lot of
yeah,
sex toys.
yes, that's
They will
better.
say,
Is that cheating?
is that
Is
it's
that cheating?
amazing, because even some husbands, they'll say they'll even use their money and even buy the
Buy
sex
it.
toy and
It's
give it
better.
to you.
no, but this
Instead of
man,
going to meet another man elsewhere.
this man of God will not
Yeah.
do that. Though.
Yes, she would have bought it for
This,
herself.
this man of God, you say is a sin.
It's not good.
But some men are even jealous of the
Because
toys.
honestly, because even in
Some
Kenya,
men are jealous of
Okay,
toys.
so,
Because in
so
Kenya,
it's
it gets
better
so
for her
bad.
to be with the man
It's not
than the
better.
toy.
It's not better. It's not better. It's not better. But wait for the man. So why having sex toys? Let's move on.
Oh my
You can,
goodness.
if he's doing you, better to pleasure yourself. So you are cheating on yourself, with yourself, by yourself. When it comes to now to settle that one.
Nobody
But
will
even
drag
that
you
one
in
is,
the
but
public.
even that one itself is a sin, because if you're looking at it,
Yes.
they will say
In
you're
fact, we need
pleasuring
a
yourself
clergy-
is
we
a
need a
sin.
pastor to
That's
call us on this
masturbation,
show.
and
Call
it's a
the
sin.
number.
That's what the man of God will say. Honestly, but that's the truth. But at the end of the day, she's made of flesh and blood,
Yeah.
Sin is
and she
sin.
has needs.
Sin is sin.
And
Okay,
for
let's
that
call
reason,
her
Don't
numbers.
compare. You can't. Don't talk about
sin is sin.
using
Okay,
a sex
sin.
toy as compared
Sin,
to
that's
sleeping
level.
with her brother-in-law. I beg.
It's the same thing.
Don't talk about using
Let's call her
using
number.
a toy. Using a toy
Akuna,
to
sin is sin.
pleasure
There's no
myself
big sin
while
and
I'm
there's
waiting
no-
for my
There's no
husband.
small sin.
okay,
Pastor, Madam Joy. While I pleasure myself, I'm waiting for my husband. I said,
Yeah.
let me not kill myself and to go and meet another man.
It's the same thing.
It is not the same
It's the
thing.
same sin.
It is not. It is not the. I'm not talking about sin. Whatever. I don't know. I'm not a clergy person, so I will not categorize it.
Okay.
But I'm saying that it's not the same thing.
Let's talk about morality here.
It's not the same thing. My
It's-
brother-in-law.
nobody-
Let me calculate it for you. One, you can get pregnant for the brother-in-law.
Sure.
Can you get pregnant for your sex toy? Two, you can contract a disease from the brother-in-law or any other person. Can you contract a disease from your sex toy? Three, will your sex toy put you to shame? Or will your sex toy break your heart? Or will your sex toy not give you pleasure?
No, even at the, no, Akuna,
We're not conversing for sex
Akuna,
toys.
even if at the end of the day, the pastor now comes, meets you in that act, if he decides to do the video and brings it to the world, and you come out to make this video, the whole world will come at that pastor.
People say, I decided not to cheat, or this is the way I decided to,
The
at least-
whole world will come. So you will not have that stigma. In fact, along the line itself, it could even boost your whatever that you have. Things, positive things could come out of it. So for me, It's a no, no, no. I couldn't.
It's a no
Okay,
for you.
let's call our numbers.
All right, well, we can go on and on, but it's about you. We want to hear from you. 0810 608 1681 and 0818 202 5883. Call us, or you can better still send in an SMS and share your thoughts on the trending video topic that we have for today. In the meantime, Lil J says with Mona Lisa. Still right here. It's Metro 97.7.
No. When you marry pastor, you get some things where not as you marry normal man.
She said because the man was
Yes. You get some when you marry normal man where you listening now.
I know you as they talk.
So you just put it close to your ear now. Carry your bag and leave.
It's not easy to carry your bag and leave, but it's easy to be
sleeping with your brother-in-law.
To sleep with your
You don't
brother-in-law.
even go outside and do it and come back. Because you in the house, so you see now.
Is it in the hotel or in the house?
No, what you say is that at least do with an outsider and come back to the house.
If they teach me for pot, you don't go teach me to clean your mouth.
It's in the house they did it.
It's not the same thing. Cheating with
Is
your
it in the
brother-in-law.
house?
No, you've destroyed a family. You've betrayed. You
that
think those two
family
brothers
can
will
never.
be okay?
Yes.
You'll be alright.
They can't be alright.
Time to go back.
Cheating is not cheating, no. Carry and go far.
Metro 97.7 FM. It's come up to 13 minutes before 7. Of course, it's still Eve right here. And we're talking about something quite hot. A pastor's wife who was caught cheating with her brother-in-law. And the reason she gave is that she's been starved for 8 months. You know, that she's spoken to her husband a couple of times. The time is fasting for 21 days. A time for 14 days. And it's been going on, and perhaps she couldn't take it anymore, and she decided to help herself with her brother-in-law. And so that's what we're talking about. We want to, abomination, that's what you're saying. But let's hear from you, Lagos. 0810 608 1681, 0818 202 5883. Those are the numbers to be a part of the conversation.
So let me ask a question now. What if the husband, because I was saying that what if the husband jackpot the other time? Will she be playing around? You said it's because she's seeing him. What if he had medical issues?
That one is different now.
Dikini.
Because she's so preoccupied with taking care of him
But
that she will not even think about
doctor.
she won't even think about sex or anything. Yes. She wouldn't.
So this
Because
it
your
is
mind
comfort.
is
train
Oh,
yourself.
it is comfort
The way you
that
train
is.
yourself from the beginning is how you
No,
carry
mommy.
yourself.
Is it
So
because
those
is
people
it
that the husband, like you said, will
What
first
if
go
she
abroad
has
before they now come
high-
later.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So what
be
we
using
should do?
I blame her. It's not that I blame the husband as well and her brother. You know,
No,
everybody.
don't get it twisted. Not like we're not blaming the husband, but
Exactly.
she has the main blame.
She could have averted all of this. I tell you, as spiritual as that guy is, if she wanted to take a walk, 1 or 2 people will have heard about it, because the man would not want it to be heard of him that his wife left him.
Because of that.
Because of that.
Sin on
And
his
in his head, he's thinking that he's justified for whatever he's doing. But when some more senior superior pastors come and they sit him down, they let him know that this and this and this and this is what is happening, he will change his ways, and all of this would have been averted. And at the end of the day, you now felt that, okay, your next catch is the nearest place, which means if he had a stepson, he could have slept with the stepson.
She would have slept with anybody.
With anybody.
When you are ready for us to have a conversation, we can call Pastor Jegede, Pastor, so we'll all sit down. Because I don't want to commit a sin because you are not doing what is right.
Yes.
And then the man said will be so ashamed to even call that meeting with everybody. When they hear that, say, okay, baby, I'm sorry, I will change. I will do better. Hey. So, okay, now that what she now says, telling us for what we should do, what should we do?
No, she's trying to, the video, I think it's like a damage control. You know, she's trying
She's just trying to
Yeah,
justify
because
her
the video,
Who puts out this
she's
video?
trying
and
to-
definitely is the person that is the person that
Also,
made the
don't
video.
marry somebody if you know that you are not going
Why
to
do
be
we even- why should
performing
this
what
even
you should
come out?
perform. That's
Yeah.
why we have, who are dedicated solely
Yes.
to.
You don't get married.
No, if you ask
Yes.
me, Akuna, I would say that you people should talk about unfortunately, even in the relationship, they are too holy. They are too holy to talk about sex. That's the annoying thing. It's when they get married that reality dawns on them. Because in the relationship, you should just, so I know a young, they are married now. They're always meeting in the church. Always meeting in the church. May I be looking and say, all this one that their meeting point is church. Okay, then they are doing a test run. When reality dawns on them, you understand. If you not go out, you not go and have another life outside church. I beg you.
You will not sleep in the man's house. Sleep in the man's house doesn't mean you will have anything to do with the man. At least you know if the man
invitation to treat. That's joy. That's the joy. That's invitation to treat.
For people that snore puts them off. You can imagine when you marry that kind of a man.
No, but things like that. That is what you should say.
You are touching him to put his head.
At least those things can even be worked on.
Yeah. You see,
as
that's
opposed
why
to what can't even be worked on.
Talk about everything and anything
before the marriage.
Yes, I have seen some people that they would say it is this kind of sex life I want, and the woman feels that no, it is a sin. So what are we talking about? This one the man is touching her. This one the man is touching her, but she's saying that don't touch me this way. This way it is a sin. Touch me that way.
Missionary style.
This is the gospel.
Also, there are some people that don't believe that fellatio and cunnilingus is basically a sin.
I'm not in your word. Bring me to your word.
And I'm sure that's what is a full mouth to say it.
I'm gonna ask. She has all this last time.
The point is. God is not.
Oh my God.
She has all this as slang. All this as slang.
You were saying?
Yes, I was saying.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's true. Fellatio and cunnilingus. If you say something, this my mouth that I used to pray to God, as to come and go, I can't do it. You understand? Fellatio.
Okay. The other one,
cunnilingus. Some people are good with.
Yeah.
And some people tell you, I find it dirty.
It's a no.
You say this is only mommy and daddy's style. You cannot do that style. Any other style.
Won't that get boring at a point? Nothing exciting. Nothing.
My husband is going to be a pastor. Even at that time, the man.
So she knows it's going to be a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah, so
on her part.
she had already made up her mind and
rather.
put it inside her skull that I'm going to be called a mommy. So I better mommy myself first.
Exactly.
Before
So
other people will
this
come up.
lady knew that she was going to be a mommy. She said that's part of what attracted her.
Exactly.
So I don't understand. I think in the end,
But maybe it's the devil that,
she kept saying she's human. It's not the devil
When
now.
they fast,
because
they fast
that's
with
what
everything. When some people, when they fast with everything.
But that's the
When
point
you
of
come
fasting.
home, when you come home, your wife is around. You are fasting. God knows you are fasting. When you can actually hug your wife and say, my dad. You know what I'm saying? You don't fast like. Let me know you want food. You do understand what I'm saying? You fast. God knows you have to hug your wife. You have to even peck your wife and say, you look nice. Even when you are fasting. You are fasting.
You can kiss your wife. Yes, you can kiss your wife.
You know what I'm saying? All those things, we are not playing it for 8 months. Yeah. I will blame that man because some people, they fast like fools.
If you're fasting.
Calm down.
Yeah.
You know the meaning of fasting.
God
knows you are fasting, but take off your home now. Take off your wife. Take off your wife.
Excuse me, honestly, when you're fasting, you're seeking the face of God.
God, you even
when it comes to all those sexual, you avoid.
Let me put on my pastoral garment.
You can't have any sexual intercourse.
Wait, at least by the grace of God, I'm a minister, so let me put on my pastoral.
So you can have sex when you're fasting.
Hold on.
Talk.
Biblically, there are different kinds of fasting.
Yes.
Different kinds. Fasting is not only when you abstain from food.
Of course, I know. Yeah.
Yes. So there are different kinds of fasting. Let me now tell you that aspect. Do you know that when you are fasting and you are not in agreement with your wife, you are making your wife to sin? You have that your fasting is tantamount to zero. So that is
you are starving.
That is not that. You could be fasting, as in denial of food, and get home with your wife, you still do the hugging and the kissing and not the intercourse. Yes. And if you are fasting for 1,000,000 days, once you have broken your fast in the evening, you can do everything and anything with your woman. The next day, you take it.
So why was the man of God that is so knowledgeable about the Bible? Why did he not sleep with his wife?
I'm sorry, I think we need a...
Why did he not sleep with his wife? Since he knows that he can sleep with her.
No. This is jokes apart.
Yeah.
By the grace of God, I pastored the church for 5 years, so I be joined. So I can say it with confidence.
But that's why I'm asking the simple question.
This is what I will tell my church member.
He went to Bible school.
That,
he has this knowledge. He's a man of God, meaning he knows that, okay, there's this clause. Why did he not sleep with his wife?
said he's...
What do you say?
Since he knows that, okay, even if you're fasting, when you break, you can meet with your wife. Why did he not meet with his wife?
Now, let me tell you, the Bible says wisdom is profitable. Then you get knowledge. In all you're getting, get understanding.
Wisdom.
That is what the Bible says. We have seen people misinterpret the Bible. We have seen people take Bible upside down. I have seen a guy, 3 of them, not even a guy, 3 of them, they left their houses, they went into the bushy desert or something. They were doing 40 days and 40 nights, just like Jesus Christ. I am telling you, it is only one of them that is alive to tell the story today. And before he even got himself, because he really ran mental, for about 5-6 years, he was psychologically not there. So what are we talking? This is in all.
About the one that will go to the zoo and lion will use.
So it is not because it's not every year, most
a
especially in today's world. You see people, you see pastor this, you see pastor that, you see, and I sit down and I begin to say, God, my people will say, oh Lord, we're going to God do. You they try for heaven. It's pastor this, it's pastor that, it's pastor this, it's pastor that. You see some people that are pastors that you don't even carry Bible for 1 second. They do things that you yourself
cannot do.
You cannot do.
Let's not delve into all that.
So you understand what I'm saying? So I think that this particular man is not, doing it with understanding. Why I put it, today, I'm just, faulting this lady is because she could have handled it in a better way. She could have done it better. I'm telling you. She handled it in the worst of all ways. I tell you, even if you are not married, let's even say you are in a relationship, not a holy relationship now. You have a guy you are in with. The guy is not married to you, but you are not married to each other yet. But he expects fidelity from you. He doesn't expect you to go and sleep with. Not to talk of your own husband.
Your family.
How do you feel? I know somebody that had issues in a marital home with her husband. They are separated today, but before they got separated, 2 years they didn't sleep with each other, and she did not go out.
Actually, there are many stories of women like that
she did not go out,
and even men, they didn't go out.
Yes.
Not everybody can control themselves. We know that, right?
If you cannot control yourself, then take a walk.
Why not? The mistake has been made.
Indulge in.
It's not of judging mistake now.
Like what Joy said, indulge in onanism if you cannot hold yourself. Don't go and meet someone else.
What is your grandma?
Don't go and meet yourself. Onanism is okay.
You not kiss somebody today without this your grandma, eh?
Okay, well,
onanism
time
is
is of the essence as we gradually, wrap up the show. What do we have to say? Because the deed is already done. Yes. She has come out to say the reason why she did what she did. We've been able, from our own perspective, we've been able to, throw light on what we think about the, situation on ground. But somebody might be going through this. Someone might be faced with this dilemma, a husband, or maybe it's even the wife, because there are some husbands, their wives are the pastors. So they might not be pastors. Maybe they're just having issues and they're starved of sex and all of that. What do we tell this couple that might be listening right now?
That's why when what she said, you walk. You understand? I'm saying for people that are in it now, not the woman that has done the do. You understand? For those that are inside this kind of situation, you walk. If you talk to the man, he's not walking. You walk.
You don't walk.
Our own is already deal and done.
You just take a walk. You walk out of the marriage.
I feel you can still do something. It's not all the time.
You can separate
If,
now.
if everybody is working, who will be in the
In the
marriage?
And that's the problem. I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Now that's the problem we have
It's not,
today.
it's not
And
favoring
that's
me,
the
I
problem we
work.
have
It's not
generally,
favoring
not a
you,
child's
work.
play.
It's not favoring the girl,
Wait.
she works.
No,
You know?
that is the problem. That is why many women have died. Many men have also died.
You separate.
How many people will work?
You
People you can
separate.
separate and come back.
You separate.
That's
Then
it.
go and
Does
think
not mean
about
you-
it. Then you
you
two
make-
go and
you
think
have a
about
divorce.
it.
This particular issue is a big deal.
Big issue.
Now,
big.
who will
Biggest.
take the main blame? Who will take the blame? Say, madam, why did you tell all, people, let's talk to him, than going to sleep with your brother-in-law? You have not only destroyed yourself, you've also destroyed your
Your in-laws'
brother
family.
has destroyed his own, your brother-in-law has destroyed his family. So just on a general note, I always say, and I say from the beginning, marry somebody that you're sexually compatible with. If you guys are not going to be involved in coitus before marriage, it is important that you have a conversation about it. Oh, do you enjoy fellatio? No. Oh, okay. Do you like this
Congolese.
conolingus? No. Do you enjoy mutual onanism? Do you have a problem with it? Yes or no? Is this okay to? Yes or no? Do you like cuddles? Do you like PDA? People will discuss all these things. You say, I like it, oh, I don't like it, oh, and you move from there. And when somebody gets into a position, you understand, because there are even issues. Okay, what if it's a medical condition
Yes.
where the man suddenly can't get it up, or the woman has a vaginismus or whatever?
Yeah.
So what if things like that happen? It's supposed to be till death do us part. Go call somebody that you hold dear, and say, ma, sir, I want to report this situation because I don't want it to get out of hand. And then ultimately, if you've tried everything, but don't try the most crazy thing for it to work, you pack your bags and go because of your own dignity.
Yes.
Not because of the other person. So that you will not go and put your hand and commit suicide tomorrow when you go and say that woman that went and slept with her brother, you know, say that, because
And
this
the
is
stigma-
a man's
and the
world.
stigma
So the
is
children
forever.
And internet
Yes.
never
And to go,
forgets.
yeah, the internet never forgets.
the
So it will
children.
always be on you.
If there are
I
children
saw
in
something
marriage.
funny. This all these people that do all these OnlyFans or whatever. The child was crying. I think the boy almost committed suicide also because his
Saw the mom.
mates were always mocking that the mother does the post
OnlyFans.
nude videos and pictures. So you can imagine that tomorrow somebody sees that it's a face. Think about your children. Don't think with your phallus or the other one. Thank you.
All right. I think I will just generally say to everyone, I beg to deviate. We've said a lot about that we should learn not to solve matters on the internet. We should, at the moment it's happening, we should think about the rippling effect of whatever you are going to post out there. Because the Englishman says never say never. Tomorrow things could work out between both of them and they want to come together, but you have put this thing out there, so it will never make it work. So please, it's not everything you settle on social media. It's not everything you just take video and go and put and people come and see what happened. Yes, even if you did the video for evidence, you could just show it to the elders of the church or something and like that, but not on social media, because you have children, you have relatives, you have people that you'll be hurting, people that will be stigmatized, not you alone, because of this that had happened. We can deal with issues in a better way and in a more matured way, other than taking everything onto the social media. Now, what have you got to gain when you put her there on social media for people to castigate her and all of that? You see, my people will say, "Ojú ti ara lé mi, ojú òtí mi náà, ìwọ gan ló lórí ojú òtí." That's my friend is put to shame, and I am not ashamed. Then you are the greatest of all people that is shameless.
Yes.
So that's the way it is. Exactly. Please, let's try and take off issues outside social media. Thank you. My name is Yinka Kenny.
All right, super duper producer. Joey.
For me, women, borrow sense. Like my people says, if it's not working for you, you work. But for me, I will say if it's not working for you, you can talk about it. You can. There's somebody out there that your husband respects, that you can walk up to and complain, that can talk senses into your husband. Communication is the key. Please communicate with this man that you're married. And if you're a man and you say God has called you, please, just like that pastor, beg God to also call your wife, because two can never walk except they agree.
Hallelujah.
Two can never work except they cannot work together except they agree. So there has to be an agreement. So God has to call your wife too, so that both of you can work together and make a successful home. See you next week.
All right, precisely. See you come next week, Wednesday at exactly 6:15, right here on Metro 97.7. Eve shall make a return. My humble self in Camdeline. Naga, thank you. Mikey, thank you. Super duper producer, thank you. Cuckoos, Akuna, thank you. Thank you, ladies, here too. And Moses, I refuse to talk. Okay, not to worry. Moses is here. You're going to hear a whole lot from him. Remember, at the flip side of 9, the cruise control master is going to be connecting you with all the mystery.
With that man that will not shame you. With that person you'll be.
I will not stop you for 8 months.
All right,
That the chemistry will work.
Abby, that is going to be an all-night affair. Stay right here now. No Richie, wait all night long.
Bye.
Bye.